I started believing, I fell back. And I started doing everything bad again. But I was like, oh, dude, this thing inside of me is not letting me have fun anymore. Like, the things that I used to do aren't fun anymore. And I can't do it, even though I'm like forcing it. It's like the spirit lives in you now. Here, all right. We are here with
Ryan.
Ryan. Where are you from, Ryan?
Chicago.
Chicago? What are you doing here?
Work, just working.
Okay.
Moved out here for work, and the weather's a lot nicer, you know.
Bro, Chicago, I've never been, but I've heard it's windy and cold and...
When it's nice, it's really nice. But yeah, like a few months ago, it was colder in Chicago than Antarctica. So
Really?
It gets pretty cold, yeah.
What, bro? For some reason, people who are from Chicago never stop talking about Chicago and how good it is.
The vibe is good, man. The vibe is good.
All right, so these questions if you get all 5 right, these questions, you'll get $20.
Okay.
They get from easy to hard, because I didn't want to give up this $20, all right?
Okay, yeah.
So, how smart do you think you are?
Depends on the day, you know. It depends on the day. We'll see. We're about to see.
We're about to see, all right. So, who was the first president of the United States of America?
George Washington.
All right. We
got that one.
Yeah, if you got, you'd be surprised, Brody. You'd be surprised. All right, so how many continents are on Earth?
12.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Continents.
5? I don't know.
Brody is not getting the $20. I'm hype about it.
What was the answer?
It's 7. All right, but there's round 2. There's round 2.
I was like close.
You might be able to win the greatest gift of all time. So, what do you think happens to us when we die?
I think what happens to you when you die, it depends on what you believe in. Because DMT is launched in your body when you die. So I guess your memories and your belief is what controls what happens to you.
Have you ever done DMT?
No, but I like to watch a bunch of YouTube videos about it.
I agree that I used to watch a whole bunch of DMT videos. My brother did DMT and then he was supposed to get it ready for me back then, but he never did. But all right, so do you believe in a God?
Yeah, I believe there's a higher power that we don't understand.
Okay, so I'm gonna go run through this test real quick. So have you ever told a lie before?
Yeah.
I have too. I've told a whole bunch of lies at the YouTube. They don't gotta know about it, but have you ever stolen something?
No.
Even something small?
Oh, actually, when I was a kid,
He was lying! No.
about it, yeah.
All right, so, okay, so you've stolen something, you've told a lie before. Have you ever looked on a woman with lust before?
Yeah, of course.
I have to. So, if these are the laws that the creator of the universe is judging us on, would we be innocent or guilty?
Guilty if you take it that straight.
If we're running through this logic, right? So guilty, does that deserve a reward? If you're guilty, does that deserve a reward or a punishment? Running through this logic.
Punishment, straight up, like.
Straight up, right?
But everybody's guilty at that point, you know.
Right. And would that be heaven or hell through this logic?
Hell.
Hell.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
Yeah, definitely, because you know, I've done through that logic. I wouldn't have passed since I was like 5.
Since I was like 5, right? Because I swear I stole, bro, the one time I stole a Starburst from the store.
Yeah, that counts.
That counts, bro. And all right, so what can we do to avoid hell?
I guess just trying your best to do right for yourself and others.
Okay, so let's say I'm in a court of law, right? And you're the judge. They voted you to be judge. And I murdered somebody, right? And I'm like, what was your name again?
Ryan.
Ryan, bro. I know I murdered somebody, but I'm gonna do good from here on out. I will do good.
Yeah, I see where you're. Yeah.
So as a just judge, you would have to punish that, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's the same thing through this logic, the same thing with the creator of the universe. He has to punish. If he's good, if he's worth anything, he has to punish that. So we need somebody to pay that. Let's say that you are the judge again, right? And I'm going 70 and a 35.
Right.
And I would go to jail for that. Let's say I'm going 70 and a 55.
There you go.
And I'm in the courtroom and you're like, yeah, bro, you owe 500. And I'm like, but bro, I'll never do it again. And you're like, nah. But then somebody else comes in and says, all right, he owes 500. Boom, and he pays the 500 for me. You can legally set me free, right? Legally.
Right.
Because somebody else paid the fine.
Yeah.
So we need somebody to pay that for us, right? Because we've already broken the law. So we need somebody to pay that for us. But that person has to have never broken the law before. Do you know anybody who's morally perfect?
No.
Me either. There was one though. There was one person who was perfect. Do you know who it is?
Jesus?
That's why he died. When he died, he took all the punishment for us that was already abiding on us since we've already broken the law. He walked into the courtroom and said, I love them so much, put all of it on me. Even though I didn't do anything wrong, put all of it on me. Right. And all we have to do is just accept that and just take it as a gift. Like, let's say I'm giving you this microphone and you're like, nah, I don't want it. Then you're not gonna have the gift. It's the same thing with the creator of the universe. He's giving you a gift. He's like, here's Jesus to pay for everything. But if you're like, nah, it's not for me, like, I don't want it, he's a gentleman. He's not gonna be like, here, take it. Like, imagine if you try to go out with a girl and she doesn't like you and you're like, I'm gonna force myself upon you. Like, that's not love. That's weird and borderline psychotic. And so it's the same thing with the creator of the universe. He's giving us a way out. And all we have to do is trust that way out and really believe it and accept the gift. When do you think would be a good time to start accepting that gift?
As soon as possible.
Like right now, right? Because you might leave from here, God forbid, and somebody might shoot you, bro. You might get in a car crash, you might die. And so let's say you start believing that right now, 100%. Let's say you start believing and then tomorrow you wake up, you sin, and then you die 2 minutes later. Would you go to heaven or hell?
Well, just as long as you truly believe, then I'd say you'd go to heaven.
That is correct, because he didn't only just pay for our past sins, he paid for our future ones as well. Does that mean we should start going out and doing whatever we want, killing people and just breaking the law?
Right, no, definitely not.
Because it's like, let's say you were in a burning building, bro. Like, you're in your house, your legs are broken, fire's coming down, the wood's coming down, and a firefighter runs in, picks you up, takes you somewhere safe, boom. Would you just punch him in the face after that?
No.
No, right? You'd want to love him. You'd want to say thank you, right? And so Jesus is that firefighter. He saved us from that, from the wrath of God that abides on us. And so he saved us from that, you know? So are you going to start believing?
Yeah. I already do, so.
You do, okay. Okay, so in the beginning of this conversation, I asked you, what can we do to avoid hell?
I guess just trying your best to do right for yourself and others. Trying your best.
But now, if I ask you, if you're standing before God and he asks you, Ryan, why should I let you into my kingdom? Why should I let you into heaven? What would you say?
Because I believe.
Right. And I would even reframe it as not because I, but because him, because Jesus. If he's like, Ryan, why should I let you in? You're right, I believe, but it's not our it's not our belief it's him that gets us there, because Jesus.
Right, it's not just us.
It's not just us, you know? Like, there's nothing that we can do. A lot of people will say, because I'm a good person, but you're the judge, right? Again, in a court of law, and I murdered somebody, and I'm like, Judge, I am a good person. This was a mistake. I will never do it again. This is a mistake. You're gonna be like, bro, I met you at the park. I love you, but I gotta punish it. I'm a judge. That's my job. So it's the same thing, bro. And so you got it right, bro. We're standing before God. The only reason why we get into heaven is because of what Jesus did. We don't deserve it. There's nothing that we can do to deserve it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense to me.
So do you realize that, like, right now, if you truly believe that, your life has just changed right here at this park, this very moment, for the rest of eternity.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
All thanks to you.
No, not thanks to me at all, bro. I'm horrible. Literally, dog, before I got saved, bro, I would go out to the clubs, womanize, just only try to, bro, I'm nasty human being. It's not because of me. It's because of Jesus, bro. Because you came here for a purpose, bro. I don't feel like you were just walking for a coincidence. Bro, God's really trying to get to you, bro. God's really trying to let you know, like,
everything happens for a reason.
bro, yeah. And so if you do truly believe, I'd encourage you, bro, you have a Bible at home?
I do.
You do, yeah. Get into the New Testament, start reading that, and it says when we believe, the Holy Spirit lives in us now. And so it's hard to break the law when God is inside of you. And I have, bro. And when I started believing, I fell back. And I started doing everything bad again. But I was like, oh, dude, this thing inside of me is not letting me have fun anymore. Like, the things that I used to do aren't fun anymore. And I can't do it, even though I'm like forcing it. It's like the Spirit lives in you now, if you truly believe, bro. And so that's what I would encourage you to do, bro. Love him. He's that firefighter who's just saved you from the fire, bro. So you want to love him. He says, if you love me, obey my commandments, bro. And we don't obey them because we have to. We obey them because we love him for what he did for us, bro.
Right.
Can I pray for you?
Yeah.
All right, let me turn off the camera.